Cowabunga Ranger Talk, a hybrid Power Ranger Ninja Turtle podcast. Hey everyone, welcome to Cowabunga Ranger Talk. Today I wanted to speak on one particular topic which I think it's pretty interesting. It goes for the Ninja Turtles. It's McFarlane doing these IDW Turtles, which is why I have the IDW Turtles already in my hand. And I was originally excited for this line, pretty excited actually. I mean, I was like, yeah, we're gonna, do this and do that, and hopefully create a McFarlane DC type universe, but for turtles. Sort of McFarlane Turtle universe where he can hypothetically, use stuff from other iterations of turtles. And there were some leaked pictures and some of the renders and stuff from about a year ago or so of what these things would be, and they looked really good. I was really excited, like, yeah, I'm all on board. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. And then, then San Diego happens, and no, no dice. It's like, what happened? It's interesting. I'm not gonna just like bash what this is because that's not what we try to do here on this channel. I mean, this is supposed to be fun, and as a toy maker, I also like to be constructive, not destructive. So, that being said, first impressions, maybe it's just me, but it's like, doesn't make any sense. All right, so it really doesn't make any sense why you would do this. We already have these figures already, and they were clearanced out. Like, I have most loyal subject stuff. Honestly, it's because of their pricing. Like, I found most of them, for like $7 to $9 at Ross or Bird Dines or one of these places, and we've unboxed a bunch of the figures, and we've covered a lot of this stuff. So it like really doesn't make any sense to be rehashing this. That being said, is there room for improvement? Sure. You can always improve any figure, any toy, anything you do. You can always make it better, more articulation, this, and that. Fine. But I don't think he like broke the mold. I think basically what he did was fix up what loyal subjects did with these like ugly hinges. Because I will give them credit, the new turtles, their hinges are very well hidden. That being said, that's probably the most positive thing I can say about them. That, and I guess the head sculpts are fine. They're nothing to write home about. Like, oh my, like I've never seen such beautiful head sculpts. No, they're fine head sculpts. The point is, they're very by the numbers, and I was excited for this line for a lot of reasons. I wanted to see what McFarlane can do. I'm pretty much phasing out of whatever Super 7's gonna release. If I eventually get into the 2003 Turtles, that'll be like a ways away. And even the curiosity of the Super 7 2003 Turtles was kind of, deflated, if you will. Not to get on a different thing, but for the Turtles, they're gonna be doing Hun, April, and Raph on a motorcycle, and like, I like Hun and April, but like, if you're on this shaky ground, you should have just done Hun, April, Baxter, and Karai and been done with it. If the license is that bad, if your company's doing so terribly, if you can't get it together, if Ultimates are killing your brand, you're paying too much. And I don't run the company, so I don't know what Super 7 is going through, but like, just from the zeitgeist of what you hear, it's like they're doing very badly. And this, like I said, I don't work there. This is just like a layman's opinion, but from an outsider's perspective, it seems like if you would have done that for Super 7, I would have been more interested in the 2003 Turtles, for the fact that, hey, at least you hit the 12 core characters, and if you never make another Super 7 Turtles Ultimates, 6-7 inch scale, collector grade, that'd be fine. And I could be happy with that collection. I think this is one of the problems that Super 7 was running into, which happens is gonna probably happen with McFarlane if this line doesn't go well. Is like trying to resuscitate and reimagine what Playmates did was like catching lightning in a bottle. And excuse me, it's catching lightning in a bottle. You're not gonna recreate all 180 something figures of the original Playmates line. Would have been nice if they hit like core things, but that's moving away from my point. My point is, I was pretty much done with Super 7, so I was, getting back to the point, looking forward to what McFarlane can do with these turtles. And like come on, I already have these in hand. What's the initiative to go and buy page punchers? Like, and it isn't that page punchers is bad, but like it doesn't make any sense. If McFarlane would have done his own turtles, like, oh, this is the imagining of McFarlane, what he would do in Ninja Turtles. Great. Perfect example. Mondo is actually doing that right now. Mondo's going to be doing, I don't know, 1/6 or 1/12 scale, but their own versions of Turtles and Shredder and this and that, but their own imagining besides the Safubi line and whatever. I can respect that because that's your attempt at what you think, excuse me, Turtles would be, could be, or should be. Or whatever, just your spin on Turtles. That's fine. But this seems very lackluster. This seems like, and this is one of my favorite Loyal Subjects figures. Like, out of all of them, this is probably one of the higher ranking ones. But it just, honestly, it doesn't make any sense. And Wave 1 is supposed to be Leo, Donnie, Shredder, and a foot from the IDW. So it honestly doesn't make any sense financially either, because you have to pay IDW for their comics to put them into the packaging. So why? And another thing that really like is turning me off about the idea of the brand is they're 5 inches, and I think it's 5 inches across the board. It's 5-inch page punchers. I would have been fine with 5-inch Turtles if you're going to give me like 7-inch Rocksteady and 8-inch Bebop and Shredder 6.5 or whatever. Splinter is like 4.5. Like you more or less scale it. There's no perfectness to this either, so I can understand that. But it's like, why? And you're giving us characters that have already been done in the IDW as well. So, and I'm pretty sure they're going to scale pretty well with these. And they've already announced Wave 2 is going to be Mikey, Raph, and Bebop. When, people have seen McFarlane's stuff overseas, so there's already a sculpted and prototype figures for April and Rocksteady and Splinter. So ideally this should go on to a Wave 3 and a Wave 4 or whatever, but I don't know. Me personally, I really about it, like it seems like a half an attempt, like I was saying about other things. It's like it seems like a half an attempt, and maybe it's the licensing thing. Maybe Nickelodeon's like, hey bro, this is the only thing you can do right now until we cut out someone else and we let you play with more of the license, or I don't know. I got no idea what they're gonna do, but it's just very disheartening. You see something you care about, or you're interested in caring about it, like, oh yeah, this will be my new line moving forward, this will new, and not just for me, but like I wanted to see Turtles grow up by a different company doing a different thing. Loyal Subjects is not going to be doing Turtles. Best case scenario, Super 7 is going to release the Wave 3 of Turtles maybe in a year and a half from now. They literally projected it. I saw the teaser, and then it says coming April 2026. It's like, these things, the images dropped during Comic-Con, and that was July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. It's like that's way too long to be teased. That's way too long for a tease of something that might not even come out. So I don't know. I'm not really much of a NECA collector, and they're doing so many brands now. It'd be kind of hard to pick up on it, anyways. Like they've literally like they keep expanding and more things. But I don't know. It seems like very lackluster stuff. Maybe I'm totally wrong here, and maybe McFarlane's gonna come out with a turtle van that can play with these, I guess, and or the a Techno. I don't think he's gonna do a Technodrome, but at the same time, McFarlane's a wild guy. I don't know. He kind of plays by his own rules. He just funded one of the Batmobiles in like a day. One of the Snyderverse Batmobiles. I think it was the Justice League or one of those, or Batman v Superman, or one of those, Snyderverse tanks looking things with the big turrets and whatever. But he's also like just done figures because he felt like it. So might happen anyway, So, but like I said, it's like, they seem very lackluster. And another thing too, I waited a little bit to do this video because I wanted to see, since more of the images, I wanted to see more reaction before I go ahead and say, oh, this is boo or this is great. And most of the people that were there were like, I'm trying to be nice, I'm trying to be nice, I'm trying to be nice. Because obviously you don't want to go in there trashing McFarlane, and it doesn't make any sense, because then you're going to get kicked out. Oh, these are the worst toys I've ever seen, or this is the most boring thing I've ever seen. When you're making turtles, and there's so many people making turtles, I think you should come correct. You should come with something to be more splashy, if you will. But, like I said, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe McFarlane can turn it around. To his credit, he has turned it around, because one of the first figures that McFarlane did was his interpretation of the Batman the Animated Series Batman. And man, that was ugly. It was like a circle for a chest, two skinny legs, and a stand so it won't fall, basically. Like, it was one of the worst things. And then after that, he just, like, I don't know if he switched sculptors. He decided to jump in himself and with some Maya or some ZBrush, and like, no, this doesn't work. And that's where he came up with the diaper thing, the crotch diaper, sculpt thing. But I mean, if it worked, it worked. Well, how many times are you gonna cut the pivot of the crotch to make the leg go like this, or like, so I guess if it worked, he did turn it around, like I say. So this isn't, like I said, to like boo McFarlane or anything like that. This is more of first impressions, I guess. Like, this isn't a good start. That's what I'm saying. This is not a good start. And there's already been package reveals. So with package reveals, they should be hitting overseas fairly soon. So you're going to be seeing people review this stuff, very soon. So like I said, I mean, we'll see. But right now, it doesn't seem like a great thing. And here's another thing: he's losing the DC license, so you figure he'd go harder on Turtles now, because his new thing is going to be Turtles and Mortal Kombat. And Mortal Kombat figures, that's another topic for another day, or maybe I'll cover it a little more in the news episode or whatever. But those look great, those look fine, everything's good with that. But Mortal Kombat doesn't have the appeal that the boys do. Let's be real. I love Mortal Kombat and I like Turtles too. But, I can't think of Mortal Kombat selling like hotcakes to, fill the void that DC's going to leave, because they're going to leave a big void. And just recently, McFarlane announced, because he's McFarlane, he decided to do the duck for the Batman Returns. But he did a giant duck and penguin in the bodysuit from Batman Returns, and I'm like, wow, a lot of people have wanted that duck for like 100 years. So you're gonna be bold enough to do that, and you're losing the license, but you're still gonna like push through with that. That's a pretty big thing. Maybe it's already been in development for years or whatever, but as far as we know, as the public knows, that's and I think he's trying to get that out the door before December. So that's a pretty good turnaround for him. I think the Batman Returns wave for McFarlane is supposed to come out sometime in November. So if he can hit those dates, that'd be pretty awesome. Because, hey, look, for the holidays, for Christmas or whatever, or Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate the for the holidays, there you go. You get your Batman Returns wave. What's interesting also with McFarlane, before I wrap up the video here, is will he be able to do the missing piece? Because for a lot of us collectors, we're kind of like just waiting for McFarlane to release a wave of Batman '89. Not just Batman, but give me Batman, give me the Goon, give me the Joker, give me Bob, give me the girl that he's chasing, give me a Bruce Wayne. I mean, Michael Keaton, give me the regular Michael Keaton. Why not? I mean, you've done like 6 Alfreds in the DC multiverse. Why wouldn't you just make it a regular Bruce Wayne? You've even done the DC Direct re-releasing of the animated series version of a Bruce Wayne. Give us a Michael Keaton Bruce Wayne. Give us a Christian Bale. That'd be cool too if he actually got to do Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne. I hope he does. Moving forward, to kind of wrap up the episode here, I hope he gets to at least hold on to the theatrical license for DC. So if he would stay there, and then Mattel's taking over, or whoever's taking over the DC license, that'd be cool. But if he can at least keep making the movies, I'd like him to do Bane from the Batman movies. I'd like him to do more versions of Poison Ivy. You got to do a regular Michelle Pfeiffer with the glasses, and like, I mean, you're already doing a Christopher Walken figure. I mean, if you're bold enough to do a Christopher Walken figure in 2025, you can do it. You ain't scared, you know. Like that's pretty. And you're and with multiple heads, from what I hear, because the rollout packages haven't actually shown, but like I think there's like 2 sculpts to the head of Christopher Walken, one of him regular and then one of him electrocuted from the movie. So I mean, it'd be cool to see him do another Mr. Freeze, do more. I mean, the Tim Burton movies, do more of the Nolan movies, do more of the Schumacher movies, because those seem to do pretty well too. The Batman Forever stuff seems to be doing all right, and you know, I think that'd be great, honestly, because he's done a lot of the Nolan movies. He did that, and he's done multiple versions of, you know, Batman without his mask or whatever. But kind of moving on from that, yeah, I hope these get better, or he has another, you know, trick up his sleeve. Basically, like he releases these and then he drops the next day images for the Michael Bay Turtles, because he has the license to do the Michael Bay Turtle movies. And if you're gonna do it, do it. Like I said in a previous episode, if he's planning to do a universe of Turtles for McFarlane, but so far this isn't, you know, lighting the world on fire. There's things you can always fix on these, like the hands don't really open and stuff like that. But I don't know. Those are just kind of some thoughts and, you know, some ideas. And thanks for watching, everyone. And we'll catch you on the next Cowabunga Ranger Talk. Bye.